Snow fell. Lila hurried home, a tattered box clutched tight. Inside, a treasure, a Christmas find.
The shop had been dim, smelling of dust and old paper, but the ornament, nestled in faded velvet, called to me. A porcelain angel, wings chipped, one eye a startling blue.
Lila reached her apartment building. Shaking snow from her coat, she smiled. The angel would be perfect on her tree. A unique addition. Lila's apartment was small but cozy. Fairy lights twinkled on a small, perfectly shaped Christmas tree. She placed the tattered box on her table. Time to unwrap her treasure.
The angel was cold in my hand, its blue eye seemed to gleam.
Lila carefully hung it on a high branch, the only old ornament amongst shiny new ones. It looked out of place. As Lila stepped back, the lights flickered. She frowned. Must be the wiring. She shrugged it off, pouring herself some hot cocoa. The angel watched her with its one blue eye. Later that night, Lila woke with a start, her heart racing and her breath quickening. A sound. A whisper? She lay still, listening intently, trying to make sense of the noise. Silence, except for the hum of the refrigerator. The room felt eerily quiet.
Then I heard it again. A soft, almost imperceptible whisper. Faint, like a breath against my ear, sending shivers down my spine. A name. My name. It was unmistakable.
Lila sat up, heart pounding, her mind racing with fear and confusion. The lights flickered again, plunging the room into darkness, adding to her growing sense of dread. She fumbled for her bedside lamp, clicking it on with trembling hands. The room was flooded with light. Everything seemed normal, except for one thing.
Lila's gaze fell upon the angel ornament on her dresser. It was swaying slightly, as if disturbed by a breeze that shouldn't be there. But the window was closed, and no draft could be felt. The next day, I couldn't shake the feeling of unease. It was as if a shadow had settled over my thoughts, making everything seem darker and more ominous. I took the angel ornament down, turning it over in my hands. It felt heavier than usual, almost as if it was hiding something. It was then that I noticed the crack in its porcelain back, a tiny, almost imperceptible flaw that seemed to pulse with a hidden energy. Curiosity piqued. I gently pried it open. My heart raced as I wondered what secrets it might hold.
Inside, a tiny, rolled-up piece of paper. Lila unfurled it carefully, her fingers trembling with anticipation. Faded ink formed words in a language she didn't recognize. The letters seemed ancient, filled with a sense of foreboding. But one word stood out, clear and chilling. Beware. It was a warning, a message meant to instill fear.
Fear tightened its grip on my heart. I felt a cold sweat break out as the reality of the situation sank in. This was no ordinary ornament. It was a vessel of secrets, a harbinger of something dark and unknown. The whispers, the flickering lights, the warning note, they all pointed toward something sinister. But what? What could it mean? And what did it want with me? The questions swirled in my mind, each one more terrifying than the last.
Christmas Eve arrived, cloaked in a silence so profound it was unnerving. The kind of silence that makes you feel like the world is holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. Snow blanketed the streets, muffling every sound, creating an eerie stillness that seemed to seep into every corner of the town. The air felt heavy, charged with anticipation. It was as if the very atmosphere was thick with unspoken fears and hidden dangers, waiting to reveal themselves. Lila paced her apartment, the angel ornament locked away in a drawer. She had found it in an old box of Christmas decorations, its once bright colors now faded. She couldn't shake the feeling that it was more than just a decoration.
Suddenly, a loud bang echoed through the apartment. It was so sudden and unexpected that it made her jump, her heart pounding in her chest. Someone, or something, was at the door. The shadows seemed to dance and twist, creating shapes that were almost but not quite human. Another bang, louder this time, rattling the windows. Terror choked me. It felt like the walls were closing in, the darkness pressing down on me. I backed away, bumping into the Christmas tree. The ornaments jingled softly, a stark contrast to the chaos unfolding around me. The single light on the tree exploded in a shower of sparks, and then it appeared. A figure, grotesque and menacing, emerged from the shadows.
A grotesque figure with jagged claws emerging from the shadows. Its presence was overwhelming, a dark force that seemed to suck the light out of the room, its eyes like hot coals fixed on Lila. They burned with an intensity that made her feel like she was being consumed from the inside out. This was the source of the whispers, the harbinger of fear. The creature's voice was a low, guttural whisper that seemed to echo in her mind. It had come for her. Its clawed hand reached out, the air around it crackling with dark energy.
It had come for you. The realization hit her like a physical blow, the terror almost paralyzing.
But as the creature lunged, a blue light flashed. It was so bright that it momentarily blinded her, filling the room with an almost holy glow. The forgotten angel ornament, lying discarded on the floor, pulsed with a power that illuminated the room. It was as if the ornament had come to life, its true purpose finally revealed. A blinding beam shot out, striking the creature. The light was so intense that it seemed to burn away the darkness itself. It shrieked, a sound full of rage and pain, and then vanished. The room fell silent once more, the oppressive atmosphere lifting.
I stared at the ornament, bathed in blue light. It was beautiful, its glow soft and reassuring. I understood. The angel wasn't a harbinger of fear, but a protector, its power dormant until needed. It had been waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. It had been waiting, guarding, all along. Its presence was a silent promise of protection, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times.
That night, Lila learned that even in the darkest corners, hope and protection can be found, sometimes in the most unexpected of places. The angel ornament was a testament to that truth. The forgotten gift, once a source of terror, became a symbol of her survival, a reminder that she was never truly alone. It was a beacon of light in the darkness, a guardian that had been with her all along.